30 years ago, Dean was on a path of death and destruction when an old man gave him the tools to change his life. He now uses unique construction projects as a catalyst for growth and shows others they too can change. You are now invited to be a part of the Montana Society.
We are very lucky to be in a beautiful place with a lot of great folks during a great time of the year. We're going to be doing fly fishing right out here. We're going to be going up to Yellowstone Park and taking these guys out and showing them part of the park. We're also going to be doing construction work most of all. We have acquired a bunker for a very good price, and we are going to take this bunker and convert it into a wonderful home. It's about 5,100 square feet, and it consists of one living space and a 3-story, about 5,000 square foot shell, so to speak. It is 10 inches of reinforced cement, and it has then been covered by about 4 feet of dirt. We have what's called a prayer room up on top, or a meditation room that the church or the folks here used to utilize.
Everyone came to hang out with me. I was at my peak. They all turned to me. They all believed in me. I had friends from all over the world, bringing important things: money, jewelry, clothes, all valuable things. I was needed. I was significant. Oh, and they were leaving their families for me. I was gonna save them. My ego was huge. I was gonna protect them, keep them safe if something terrible happened. Just come to me. I was at the top of my game. And then, one fateful morning, I hit bottom.
And one of the guys is 2 days sober and 2 days clean. Our group here are generally addicts and alcoholics, and I've got about 29 years clean, and our motivation is to help other alcoholics. In other words, we are bringing guys in to help them try to better their lives and improve things. 2 truckloads of guys just drove in last night from Florida, and we're really just starting to get organized and trying to get everything moving forward.
We're rolling, quiet on the set.
My name is Reed, and I am a carpenter.
My name is Zeb. I work for Reed. Cale Seal. I do a lot of different stuff now than I used to.
Your name and what you do.
I'm Dean. I am a certified financial planner and work for one of the big banks. Been sober for almost 29 years. Oh, a couple of addicts and alcoholics up there. They're anxious to get started, Great thing about a drunk, man, they need to keep busy. I love it.
So I'm recording here. I hit record on there.
Okay.
I see the blinking button.
Everything's in focus. Audio's good.
Hi, my name is Christian, and I am the executive director and founder for Most High Media, and I'm also the producer for Montana Society. I was freestyle rapping at this underground radio show, and the guy who was producing the radio show also produced the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And he said, we want someone to teach us Pro Tools. Can you come teach us Pro Tools? And I said, yeah, I'll come teach you Pro Tools. So I taught him and this girl how to do Pro Tools. They were digitizing the radio show. And the girl was like, I don't want to learn Pro Tools. They said, okay, cool, you're fired, and they hired me. It was a really small production team. Then they said, Christian, can you build a website? I said, yeah, I could build a website. But I'd never built a website. So I went and learned how to build a website. Then I built my first website, steveharvey.com. Then they were like, do you know how to do graphics? And I said, yeah, I know how to do graphics. I didn't know how to do graphics, but I figured out how to do graphics, and my first graphics were for Steve Harvey's Big Time, which was a TV show on the WB. Then they were like, well, can you do camera work? I said, yeah, I can do camera work. I'd never done camera work in my life, but I learned how to do camera work. And then they're like, well, do you know how to edit? I said, yeah, I can edit. And then they were like, they sent me to a class on editing, Final Cut editing. And that's when I was like, ooh, editing is dope. Because editing was everything. It was like the culmination of the filming. There's music, there was audio, there's storytelling, and I just fell in love with the art of storytelling through this tool of this editing software that I could craft stories. So that's how I accidentally got into the entertainment industry.
This blows me away in that they had this building added on in the back. You can see our neat old dump truck that we used over there. But this building with the tires on it in the back is actually the only chicken coop that I believe in the world that is covered with cement. It's got 4 inches of cement covering the entire thing and dirt up against the sides to protect it. Crazy. When I bought the property, it had the chicken coop on it, and the chickens were still there, believe it or not. So we gave them to the neighbors, and I think they're happy laying eggs next door. So today's one of the first things we're gonna do, kind of a simplistic measuring of, just so we kind of know where the container is gonna go. And if I haven't mentioned it, we are going to put in a large shipping container right here where the chicken coop is. And you'll be able to drive through and around the back of the bunker. This is it. You can see the walls are already bulging in. And this is where he had about 300 pounds of corn and stuff. What we're doing is putting the chain up around some beams right there and going out that vent window. All right, let's let her rip. Okay. Yep. Whoa, whoa!
You gotta close that door somehow.
Back up slow. No, don't back up.
Yeah.
Hang on. We got a dent to repair in the truck. Well.
I don't like that.
Oh my goodness. All right. No, hang on. We gotta think our way through this one here. Let's see.
We're gonna have to cut those bolts off and push the fucking door flat over, and then we'll move it. All right. We need a grinder. It's all in the. Oh, it's over
let's
there,
get a grinder.
In the black box. I'll get some cord through here, bud.
Now I gotta do a paint job on Zeb's truck. Fucking expensive chicken coop, man.
Well, I mean, my family was falling apart. You know, there was just no doubt I needed help, professional help or real help. And I tried, you know, some programs and some guidance counselor type things at work, and nothing seemed to stick. Just, you know, and then the bottom came, and it just all fell apart, and the rest just kind of took care of itself. Detox, rehab, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been great. I mean, the first 8 months, 9 months, even a year were rough, extremely rough. You know, just having to deal with life without alcohol, because alcohol fixed all my problems. It just caused more than it fixed. So it became a catch-22 there that's gotta stop, and I couldn't stop.
Here we go again. No, not in a hole, but slide it through it, around it. There we go. Okay. It shouldn't even take that much. You can give it a tug. I'm gonna talk to you while you're doing it, so. Nuclear chicken coop going down, baby.
Don't want that, dude.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Easy, easy, easy. Go ahead, nice and slow. Okay, stop. Go. Okay. Oop. Yeah, we shouldn't be. That truck is so light. Okay, watch the window.
Dude, I see it.
All right.
I want to get this damn door out of the way.
What's next?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at this middle beam. I think that might be our key. You see? That's the main support of the arch, kind of like the keystone or whatever. So if we can knock that out.
We tore part of it. It's weird. If you look up, the bunker makers made that out of plywood. So it's very layered, even though it's that curved piece right here. It's got 4 pieces of plywood in it, so it acts like a big beam. He knew what he was doing. That's what's actually holding it up. So we either got to take these out, and it's like pixie stick. Everything's.
What if we could get it to not fall like that, but use the weight that it's already collapsing on and come sideways somehow?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to pull it out because it's so heavy. It just wants to get drawn down by the weight of it. So start cutting it and taking these off.
All right, here's Dino just taking it down by hand. Dang. Fucking steam engine.
Man killed by nuclear chicken coop.
We're catching Dean's death live on film.
If that doesn't, then the nuclear dust will.
God dang.
We just arrived yesterday to start work at the bunker. One of the fellas is fresh or new.
He's brand new. I mean, he used heroin probably about 4 days ago. You know, getting away from that, living on the streets in Virginia. And in his curiosity, he found probably the only Percocets in the little infirmary in the bunker. It's not much more than a closet full of basic first aid stuff for the bunker when they went underground.
Yeah.
But somehow he found these Percocets, and they're dated 1989. So that's 30-year, out of date for 30 years. He probably didn't even read that part. But that's perfectly normal for guys that are fresh off the street, still doing drugs, still got it in their system.
It's been a long struggle with addiction. Living in Richmond, homeless, doing anything to shoot heroin, and lost my family, my job once again. It's been weird. It's like, you know, if there was a God or something out there, this is what, you know, this is any proof, you know, that there's something guiding me away from death, you know? Because I think if I was still there, I'd be dead today. It's been a week, and, you know, I don't think I had another week in me, so.
What about Cale? So Cale kind of jumps in the scene last minute.
What an incredible find and addition to the place. First of all, fresh off the streets. Secondly, crushed ego. Living homeless, shooting up in Richmond on the streets, but is wary of fentanyl. Doesn't really want to die. When he's in the middle of it, he probably would, but doesn't really want to die. And he loves life. Very bright guy, very talented, picks up on things quickly.
So he's the type that could seem like the perfect person in recovery. 2 days later, you get a phone call from jail from him.
The issue with Cale is the same things that I just said were good about him are his own downfall. He's a smart guy. That same brain wants to figure out addiction. And so his ego constantly tells him, which most alcoholics do, just that his is more to an extreme, I got this.
I learned some things though. I think you know, it was really hard, and I put myself in that situation. I can't blame anybody but myself, but I learned a lot about people and myself, and, you know, how my addiction is actually, how intense it really is, you know?
Another day at the office. I don't know if you can visualize it right now, but that is gonna be a driveway. Get that sweat out that Percocet, man. Sweat that Percocet out. Is it moving at all? Jump up and down. We can't say on the camera. I mean, you can say sucker and things like that, but you gotta watch. Yeah.
Crazy.
You're like the guy in a football field that says, "Oh, I gotta pull muscle in my leg. I need a minute, coach." You really just want some water and to wuss around. Just keep working. Let's go. I'm just giving you. That's my job. Poop. Hang on. Let me see what else we got.
Got duct tape?
I wish you guys would work as hard as you used to drink. You know.
Yeah, the guy on the camera.
Oh yeah, the guy with a broken arm because I was working like alcoholically, okay? This is where these guys are sleeping. I smell some burning plastic. Let's see what that is. Your lights. This is where I thought our boy snagged the Percocet from, but you can see, we'll go through this more later, but you can see the tons and tons of stuff. There's silk for surgery.
On the next episode of Montana Society.
All right, another day at the bunker.
Montana Society!